Alrighty, let's move on to the next part, the divider. Here's a divider component and we just put it in. Let's see the color. The 20%. So the 20% you probably need to eyeballs it. I think this might be okay. And this one we could play a bit. Max is fine. Thickness, let's keep it to 1. Then margins auto. Okay, there's nothing more to do here. Let's put on these headers. This could just grab a text. One thing that have to remember is that if we duplicate this, it will inherit the style. So if we change anything in this style, let's say change it to size, then this will dynamically change and we don't want that. So make sure it is in none, so it won't affect anything, or you just grab a new text component, it was fine too. Crimson, semi-bold, 40 and 140 is 2.5, semi-bold, and this is 1.1. Yep. Let's keep the margin as auto. Yep, I think we're good with that. And we just change the content. Great. Now we are moving on to the testimonial block. So here we have 3 columns. So what we are going to do is give it a container. So this container, it has some class in it. We don't want that. And we want it to become columns, and we want 3 of them. So let's make it look like this. Okay, then we wanted to put this part, and this part. So we have text, name, and job title. Put text just to make sure that there's nothing, and we need 3 of them. Let's put the content first. This is a bit too much. Let's reduce the text for a while. Then this one is okay. Now we can start it to style that. First thing, I think we could start with 20, 1.5, and open sans. And let's see. This is regular. 20 is 1.5, and we want open sans and regular. Line spacing is 1.5, and then we're going to do this one. So this one will be 32, crimson, semi-bold 1.1. This 2. Semi-bold 1.1, and this one is a bit different. This one is 16, 7%, and 1.1. This appearance should go for uppercase, and it's open sans. Yep, let's have it duplicate, and we grab it right here. Duplicate. Okay. I wanted to work out the margin and the garters right now because it looks hideous. So you see that we have padding in 40. Let's apply padding in our container. Right now, let's set it 0. Okay, so I want 40 as a horizontal padding. So 40 is 2.5 rem. So this look, then we need to work on the garter is 80. So the garter should be 5. Okay, this looks much better. We just make it all auto. Okay. Now I wanted to build up the 3 part right here, so let's keep going. But on a divider, Okay, grab into the next one. Okay, then we duplicate once more. We could just grab it. So this kind of happens sometimes. So normally I would hit, if you haven't published yet, you just fill in the title, description, and then use the card.co URL, and then you can publish. So I normally would just publish it. It sometimes will this kind of funky stuff going on, but you just need to do some refresh and it will be okay. So let's duplicate another one here. What I wanted to say is that every testimonial has different length, so I would suggest you arrange your order in the Figma file first and see how it looks, if it is balanced in this textile mode. Because if this one is being here, then this column will become very longer and this will be shorter, and that's not balanced. So you have to work out this in the design file first and then put it in the development. Okay, so I'm going to pass a few more. And I'm going just to change the content. And then this one. Okay, so now we are here. Then we are going to define, remember that there's no container inside the container, so, or even though we put it in this like component set, but in our card developing environment that it only has one, this part is a whole part, and we have defined spacing right here. I think I will use this as a spacing. I normally choose the smallest one because you can always add it up, but it's impossible to subtract. So let's do it in 12, so it's 0.75 spacing between. So here we are, 0.75, which is lovely. There's a background. I don't want this background. That's none. Okay. And what we are going to do is this one. So this part we have 24, and what we could do is trying to add some margin. So basically right now is 0.75. If we do 0.75, nothing will change, but if we go over, it will start to grow both, if you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to make this sacrifice. This will have 1.5, which is 24 that we want, and this with this part will also become 1.5, and we will adjust that later. Let's just keep it this way. So I'm going to apply the class. Okay, then we could do this and this. Okay, now we can do is this 48, which means this part to this part have 48 spacing between, and right now we only have this one is 24 and this two is 12. So now auto is 0.75, and we want it to be this one because then it will push all as 3. So I think this is what we want. Yep, so this getting larger as 3 originally is only 1.5. Yeah, I think this is the way we are going to do that. So since this divider we're going to use many times, let's give it a class. And we're going to apply. We just apply this one as well. This looks lovely. Then what we could do is applying the text color. Mostly our text secondary. Yeah, with the highlight. Let's do the text secondary first. 333D38. So once this is put it in, it will reflect to our testimonial. Let's check. Yes, it is, and that's great. Let's see if this needs to change. So one is primary, one is secondary. So we need to do this as well. This one uses frequently in this part, so I'm going to give it a class as well. So this class would be position, the color, and everything. So that's great, and let's keep it like that. Position and position. That looks great. Now we are going to do is the highlight. So how do we do that? So we can see here we could do a lot of markdown. Let's see which part we need to gray eye for detail. Okay. So first thing, we want it to be italic. So let's do this asterisk. See, it's become italic. Then we are going to change the color. So color is color text and color code. Okay, so we use square, the parenthesis is curved like it. Okay, so it just looked like that, and I'm not going to do others. You will do that on your own. And what I'm going to do is to duplicate everything. Let's do that real quick. Okay, now it doesn't look really nice because this is a real content, so it means that the divider will not become a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange a bit for the content so it won't look all the same way. Okay, so it looks a bit more dynamic now, and what we can do is do it again. Okay, see how it looks. It looks okay. So we've done this part. Let's save. You could just comment save. And you will publishing.